So we are starting a 21-day challenge to do intermittent fasting.
Intermittent fasting is an eating pattern that cycles between periods of fasting and eating. It doesn't specify which foods you should eat, but rather when you should eat them. Common methods involve fasting for 16 hours and having an 8-hour eating window. Some people do the 18-6 method, while others do 24-hour fasts twice per week. Here are the main health benefits of intermittent fasting: weight loss, insulin resistance, inflammation reduction, and brain health.
My reason for doing it is not necessarily weight control, it's all the other things, right? The heart health, the inflammation, and really it's an energy thing too, because I've heard that you can have increased energy by fasting because you're not constantly eating and constantly digesting. Your body's not constantly having to...
Right, it gives your body a break from the digestion, and weirdly you get a huge amount of energy from just resting, from not always making your body process food.
So what's your reason for wanting to do it?
Well, obviously I could lose a few pounds.
Okay.
And I don't like the way I feel. I don't have any energy. I don't like the way my body moves with the weight. I don't think I can, sit up easy, or, just simple things in life where you just go, gosh, I just feel the weight. So I want to lose the weight so bad.
I didn't weigh myself today. I know you did.
I did.
I was supposed to do it before we did this video. I'll make sure to get my weigh in before we move on. So the challenge is 21 days. I want to do an 18-6. We sort of already started it, but we're gonna say it starts today. So
yeah.
Today we ate at around 2 o'clock. We won't be eating again until 2 o'clock tomorrow, which is a long ways away. I'm starving right now. We stopped eating yesterday at about 7 p.m. I think I'm at 15 hours. 2 weeks ago, I weighed myself, I was 186. That is the heaviest I think I've ever been. And then before I actually started the fast, and not officially, I weighed 185. And I weighed myself yesterday, and I am 181. And that was after a very large meal. But right now, I am hungry. We got another hour before we break our fast, and we have an appointment at 2, so that's an interesting take. You're scheduling your life around when your window opens. That's a little bit of a different thing. So I'm not sure how that's going to be played out in the future. If you're like on vacation with family and friends and stuff like that, that might be a little odd. But yeah, I've been able to manage the hunger pains. I haven't been overly irritable, which I thought I might be.
What I find difficult so far is we're eating around 1, 2 o'clock-ish, and I find that once I eat, I'm kind of not hungry for dinner, so I'm forcing myself to eat because there's such a long window in between, which has worked out, and I haven't cheated, so that's a plus for me. I've had a couple nights where I was sitting and I was watching TV and I wanted to snack on something.
Yep.
And I think that correlates with sitting and watching TV. So I didn't cheat, but I really wanted to snack.
That's been the big part of the challenge, I think, is later in the evening, wanting to put something in your mouth, But I lost 8 pounds already in 6 days, which is crazy to me.
But I think a big thing for you is that you've already cut out a lot of the sugar. So
yeah.
You've refused to eat certain things that you normally would eat. And
yeah,
so I think that's really been a contribution to your weight loss. And I've only lost 2.5. And I think the reason why is because I've still eaten some of the snacks we've had left over from Christmas.
Yeah.
And I've also still used Jason's sweetener because I was guilty. I didn't want to throw it in the trash. I bought it. He wasn't going to drink it. And it was this full thing. So I've been adding it to my coffee. But this week I'm just you know what? I'm going to throw it away.
Yeah, Mindy's from the era of don't waste your food.
Yeah, I am.
Even if it's horrible for you.
But that's a big thing, right?
Yeah,
the reasons why you hold on to weight.
Yeah.
And I was listening to a podcast the other day about that. And you carry things through your childhood. Maybe, there wasn't a lot of food in the house. And so, my mom, she was you're going to eat everything on your plate.
Right. It took a lot to get that food on the plate. You're going to eat every single bit of it. I'm from that era too, by the way.
Yeah.
So I understand that, but I'm in the mindset, if it's not good for me, I'm gonna stop having it, and it's gonna go in the trash. Maybe it's a waste of money, but I would rather not continue to do something unhealthy if it doesn't work for me. But yeah, and we're going to Trader Joe's today, so we're gonna have some good choices in our refrigerator, which we're happy about. Not that you can find good choices at your regular grocery store too. We just tend to like the choices at Trader Joe's.
What Jason and I are doing is adding more vegetables for sure. Vegetables are a big thing. Salads, anything green I can get from my garden, broccoli, green beans, and then of course proteins.
You know, if we're to update, this is day 8. I have so much more mental clarity. I'm able to manage my emotions a little bit better. It's strange. You wouldn't know it, but it's really interesting. It's definitely been the case so far. It's going to be, you know, kind of a revelation at the end of this, what we've done differently, what we've done, what we could do differently. But I will say right now, as of today, I don't know if 18.6 at the end of this is going to be what I do after. We have our different reasons for doing it, but I'll just do my 16-day check-in. Yeah. So first one, I haven't found that it's any easier. I'm starving today. I had to have a piece of cheese to get myself a little bit of protein in the body. I'm starting to get a headache. But it feels it doesn't feel much different than it did, you know, in terms of being hungry.
I was thinking that just on an outside observation for you, that you did really well the first 14 days. It's just recently that I've heard you really like struggling with hunger pains. Yeah. Up until then, you really haven't said much. So I think it's within just the last, few days. Yeah. That could be diet too. I've explained to you, like when you eat foods that are not as dense, then you're going to feel those hunger pains much sooner.
Like sugar and carbs, stuff like that. Yeah,
carbs especially.
So last night I had blueberries. It was all sugar. Blueberries, yogurt, some granola, and it was just all carbs and sugar. And maybe that's part of why.
And we had a salad before that, a big salad. But you're right. There was not a lot of heavy protein.
So I think there's something to probably, I almost wish I would have kept a diary for this just to see what I'd eaten and how it impacted me the next day. Probably could do it a little bit more official, than if we ever did it again. Although this is a life change for me, I'm probably not going to stop doing this, but I may, as of the 16-day, I may switch to a 16.8 instead of an 18.6.
Right.
But how about you? How are you feeling?
Well, there's a couple differences in the way you and I have approached this.
Yeah.
You have done it correctly, where you've started off with just plain coffee.
Nothing in it.
And so technically I've broke my fast every day. I haven't truly did a real fast because I use half and half in my coffee.
Which breaks your fast. Yeah.
And I have also, like I said before, used the creamer I bought you that I felt guilty about.
Yep. You still haven't thrown it away, even though you mentioned that on day 6 that you were going to throw it away.
And I didn't.
Or day 8 or whatever it was.
I want to say that because you have lost 9 pounds.
9 pounds.
Up to this day. And to give a difference, a contrast difference, I've only lost 2.5. Yeah. And I really believe that it's for that reason, because I have broke my fast basically when I wake up by having the half and half or the other creamer in my coffee.
What's the reason why you didn't want to go all in legit on this? What's the reason why? Is it because you didn't want to waste the food? Is that what it was?
Yes.
Maybe we should have waited then.
Well, no, what I've learned is that no, it's okay, because I too am going to continue this after. And in my brain, as weird as it thinks sometimes, it's that stuff's not going to be there anymore. Once it's gone, it's gone. So going into our next challenge, I'm probably going to suffer a little more than you, is what I'm thinking. Because,
yeah, you are. Yeah. Probably.
I haven't done, what you've done to this point.
Last stretch here. I hope by then, by the end of it does feel different. But right now I'm hungry by the time I'm starving. 21 days of intermittent fasting in the books.
Yes.
Yesterday was our last day. So what were some of the main challenges for you that stood out?
The main challenges for me were to not put anything in my coffee in the morning. Like I don't know why, I just couldn't give it up. And I just keep reverting back to, I didn't want to waste
Yeah.
And I think I seriously have a problem with wasting food. So today was literally my first day of having nothing in my coffee because I don't have any more.
So just to give everybody some reality, I just want everybody to know up front when we start to go over what the results were and some of the benefits of the fast, that Mindy didn't actually do it legitimately. And only today after the fast is done did she stop putting creamer in
Well,
her
I didn't
coffee.
have any more.
She's still fasted like me, but technically when you put anything that has calories in it, you open up your window and your fast is done.
And I want to say too, I think part of the thing when we do these challenges to be as honest about it as we can. Like, so I did fail. Like I always put something in my coffee in the morning. However, like you said, I didn't eat until the window, but it doesn't matter because anytime you put anything in your system, you're spiking your sugar level. And so it doesn't matter. So if you are fasting and you're taking it serious, you should, when you wake up, you're only allowed plain coffee, plain tea, or water.
No
And
calories.
That's it. No calories.
So if you're looking to lose weight, then Mindy's approach is not the right approach.
So speaking of weight, Jason lost
9 pounds.
9 pounds because he legitimately
9 pounds.
did not have anything in his coffee when he woke up. On the other hand, I lost at one point 2.5, but today I weighed myself. Wah, wah, wah. 1.9 pounds.
Almost 2 pounds.
But that just goes to show you, right? Sugar is a big contributing factor for your metabolism and how it runs and how it burns fat. So I failed.
You did.
Right there in weight, it shows, right? I think, women in general will lose less than men, but
you have more to lose than I do, though.
Okay.
No, it's true. Based on your height, your
right.
I mean, I'm taller than you.
Yes.
And I'm more closer to what my weight should be than you are.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean I
thought that was
that's
poking.
hilarious.
I thought you
Okay,
poking
yeah,
fun.
no, you I wish you would have done it legit because I would have loved to have seen the results. That doesn't mean we're not going to do it again.
Well,
that is the one we are doing it again. But
right. Okay, so back to the benefits.
Well, it was challenges. I haven't said what my challenges were.
Oh, your challenge.
We were still talking about
Yes,
challenges.
go ahead. Sorry.
Challenges for me were just really being hungry. There was some days where I was fine, but most of it, I'd say about 80% of it, I was hungry.
Right.
Last time we did the update, I was still that way. I was hoping that it would improve in the 5 days. And if we get into the benefits, that did improve for me. The last 5 days, I've been fine. I haven't been as hangry, I would say, right before it's time to eat. So that's one of the benefits for me.
Now, just real quickly, because I've said it before, but I didn't struggle with the hunger so much because I'm used to doing the fasting, but it was sitting in front of the TV
at night
and snacking.
Yeah,
Yes, I wanted that snack so bad. I didn't do it, but I wanted it so bad.
I had that trouble too.
Yeah.
I mean, when we ended our window and football was on, at night, you want to put something in your mouth and watch some TV. TV is a contributor.
Really is.
Yeah.
It's evil.
Let me go through mine, all my benefits, and then you can go through yours. I feel physically better, and I will say that I look better. I mean, I lost a little bit of the love handles. I'm more trim in the tummy area. So it's funny that, of course, 9 pounds is quite a bit, I would say. But I do feel like I have more mental clarity.
I can say you physically have changed. Like I have noticed your weight loss, especially around your midsection.
Yep. When I ate better the day before, I was less hungry before the fast.
Absolutely.
So if I didn't end my day with sugar, I found that I was much better off.
So even though I didn't lose the weight, I lost inches. I lost about an inch to a half an inch in all areas of my body because I kept saying I feel thinner, I feel slimmer, but I think that's a lot to do with the inflammation going down.
Yep.
I slept better as well.
Oh yeah, I didn't mention that part.
I had more energy. I really didn't lose the weight like you did.
Yeah, and that might have been why you weren't as hungry too before because you had a little bit of calories in the morning.
Possibly.
The one big thing for me too, another big thing is I suffer from restless legs. And during this 21 days, no restless legs,
I think that's
sleeping
amazing.
all the way through the night. That is huge.
For you.
Huge.
As long as I've known you, you've always had that.
Just by fasting. Yeah. I mean, that's incredible, right? I think and I didn't cut my coffee.
Right.
I mean, I didn't do any of that. So yeah, that's a big one for me. So will you continue it or will you modify it to some degree?
I think we both have said we're going to continue. Well, I'm not modifying other than sticking to what I'm supposed
actually doing it.
To actually doing it. Yes.
To answer the question, I definitely will keep doing it. I think that the modification comes with, during the window, just better quality food, like better quality food. And then, of course, like Mindy mentioned, our next 21-day challenges to eliminate the sugar. And I think that's huge. Once that happens for me, man, I'm in a really great place. But yeah, so if you like these 21-day challenges, if you like us doing these, they're more vlog style. It's less, we're obviously not taking you out on an adventure, but we want to do these every month. Every month on the first of the month, do another 21-day challenge. They're not always going to be diet related.
No.
But yeah, and if you have any ideas for a 21-day challenge, please let me know. It could be push-ups every day.
We would love that.
Yeah, anything like that.
Please say something in the comments. And I think that doing this 21 days, I really got used to it.
Yep, I'm used to it now.
And then we also saw that we made better choices when we went grocery shopping.
Yeah.
We started filtering out, not only because of the next challenge, but we really started cutting out sugar, because you really start to notice when you eat carbs how empty they are by the next day. Like how... you're extremely hungry.
Yeah. But thank you guys. Yeah. Let us know if you like this. And if you like more videos like this and our adventure videos, be sure to like and subscribe and comment on our videos. And let's keep this thing going.
All right.
Thank you very much for tuning in.
Yes. Thank you. And bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Actually, we're looking at each other. Look at the camera. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.